Okay. My name's Aya. For those of y'all who don't know me, welcome here. And for those of you who do know me, welcome back. Back, back. We're back. Back having another beautiful discussion about our life, our energy, um, which I'm obsessed with. I don't know about you. It's like the most important thing to do here while we're alive is to focus on our own beautiful energy and all it can do and all it is, you know. And um, we're going to get right into the topic here. Like, you are experiencing joy. I call it joy deprivation because you're not able to allow joy in. I mean, you're able to, but you don't for lots of different reasons, I'm sure. You don't allow joy in and you don't allow it out either. So that means you probably see yourself in a different way than other people view you, and you're not connected to um, really like your sensations on the inside. Like you're not able to feel yourself, which makes you feel like you're not really living your life. Like you're not really embodying yourself. Like you're not really here. Like nobody really knows you. You're not really enjoying anything. You're not taking in the pleasures um, and enjoying your journey. You're not capable of it, and so that really not while you're in that state. You can do this. What I'm saying, but when you're in this state of being frozen and numb, um, it seems and it feels impossible. And how you feel is what's most important. And so, I was about to say something that um, was actually a next thought to what I was saying before. I felt like I wasn't explaining something correctly. Well, yeah, I was. I don't want to say that you can't do something because you absolutely can. Actually, saying that you can do it is a precursor to you being able to move this energy. Um, so your life force energy most of the time in that type of inner environment would be stuck and solid, kind of around your muscles and tightness in your body, you know, um, holding everything inside. And so you might feel out of timeline, like behind schedule in your life, like you are always just waiting to get to the end results of things because um, nothing, you can't feel anything. So you're always looking for a big shebang, in your life. If you experience joy deprivation, meaning that you're not allowing pleasure in or out of fear of being abused, of being hurt, of being let down, of being disappointed, of being embarrassed, of not being able to be in control of your environment and how other people view you. There's just lots of things, especially if you have been scapegoated in your life, um, or just made to feel like when you have experienced joy, it wasn't something that other people wanted to participate in with you, you know? And most of the time, these types of um, habits that other people on the outside of you display, in order for you to shut down like that, you've had to have experienced this over a long period of time. So to me, it's a symptom of CPTSD, which is complex PTSD for those of you guys who don't know, where you are um, um, indoctrinated into an environment that's ambiently abusive. It doesn't have to be physical abuse, verbal or mental. It could just be in your environment where there's tension and stress when you walk in a room every day. You don't know how to be, you don't know where to sit, where to stand, but you know that you feel responsible for other people's happiness. So then you'll tend to shut down your own experiences of joy and pleasure if you find that the people that are taking care of you don't really want you to be happy around them. There's lots of people who are like that they only feel comfortable around people who are numb, who don't express themselves, who aren't free. That's called being controlling. Okay. That's called being a control freak. Um, but that's what I offer, and with my services, the chance to be free from that, a chance to unravel that numb energy, a chance to create a sacred space so that you can get back to feeling your life force energy again, because you really can. And people talk about enjoying the journey and being present, but if you can't sit with your own sensations, because they're too uncomfortable, and you can experience pleasure within your meridians and the cells of your body. If you can't like embody joy, then you're not going to enjoy the journey. Like I said, you're only going to be waiting to get to the end results. Like you need like kind of like a drug addict who, I'm not saying you're a drug addict, kind of like a drug addict who the first high, it didn't take that much drugs, but like the 20,000th high or whatever, it's going to take a lot, right? And so nothing ever you might feel like nothing ever really does it for you. You might feel just dissatisfaction in life. And I want to let you know, I made a post in my Patreon, and I made a worksheet to go with it. The post is I am abundance, right? And I talk about this download that I got from um, the spirit realm the other day. It goes, I am abundance and I have money. I am abundant plus I have money, right? Kind of separating the two things on purpose. And I made a worksheet for you to fill out if you're interested in exploring that idea. So you will have to go to my Patreon. You can become a free member. You don't have to become a paid member. The post is free. And I want you guys to explore that idea that you are abundance plus and you have money. So being abundant is your joy. Your birthright is your joy. Your worth is your joy, and the fact that you're able to control your mood in your life. Um, but for people who have joy deprivation or sensory deprivation and kind of hold themselves really tight on the inside, you don't feel abundant. And that's how you know that abundance has to do more with how you feel than what you have. And that's kind of like the point of the conversation and the worksheet that I feel about. You know, when you feel well, when you feel balanced, when you feel seen and heard and loved and felt, even if it's just by yourself, you don't need other people on the outside to feel this way. Or if you did, then God would not be the Alpha and the Omega. When God says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, it's saying that all of the goodness that you could possibly experience is already done. It's already there for you to experience. So anytime I'm alchemizing my energy, say that I start to feel lonely or any of the other various lack, scarcity, dimension feelings, I will resource God's energy of abundance, right? And I will say, well, if I want a hug, the sensation that comes with having a hug comes from God itself. So I can feel that energy at any time I want. And that's how you become a self-sustained goddess or God, where you don't need anybody on the outside of you to fulfill you or fill your cup. Russell Lamaster says, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he is near, which is all the time, because God is near right now. God is the moment. Like, God is energy. God is in everything, which is why I'm always talking about God, because like you can't get away from it. You can't get away from this experience that we're having. And the key is to not just wait for special, quote unquote, special moments to experience joy and pleasure, but to find pleasure in washing dishes. You know, that's how you know that you're present, when you find pleasure and joy in just being in the moment. And I know the monks say, and the Buddhist, whatever um, priests say, that that's enlightenment. But that's really all we've got. And that's why I wrote my book, entitled it "Your Mood is What You Got," really. Because if we're not capable of experiencing pleasure in the moment, then we always feel deprived of joy. So a lot of us experience joy deprivation